fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Warthog with Master Chief from the new Halo line of figures from Jazwares. Very excited to check this out. I've done a review of a 2-pack of Master Chief and the Brute Chieftain, and I loved those figures, so I can only imagine the treatment that Jazwares has given the Warthog. I'm very excited to check this out. This is definitely one of, if not my favorite vehicles from all of Halo. It's so iconic when it comes to Halo. You automatically think of the Warthog. Very, very cool vehicle. First off, packaging, artwork on the front I think is awesome. Really, really very cool. Honestly, the rest of the box, though, there's not too much going on. It does say this is from the new World of Halo scale. Basically, the smaller figures they're calling World of Halo as opposed to the 6-inch figures. It boasts a swiveling heavy chain gun turret, and it fits up to 3 World of Halo scale figures, so very cool there. The rest of the packaging, though, is pretty lackluster. It's really just green. And I mean, it's fine. I mean, you got a cool picture of Master Chief here on the back. I'm just surprised. I guess this must be aimed at a kind of older target audience, because I feel like if it was for kids, it would probably have more flash and pizzazz. The back of the box would show all the toys that are in the box, or some kind of combat scene, or advertise other figures in the line, something like that. And the packaging is just very bare bones, so that makes me think it's definitely more of a collector geared line, which is fine with me. I mean, I'm buying them all regardless. I've been really enjoying these so far. So but again, love the artwork on the front of the box here. I think that looks really cool. I love that they have Master Chief poking through the window so you can see that the one figure is included. So it does say some assembly required, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to go ahead, open the box, and then we'll take a closer look. So here it is, fully assembled out of the box. I'm going to move Master Chief off to the side for a moment. The assembly is very simple. All you have to do is pop the 4 wheels on. This Gatling gun in the back is one solid piece. It just pops out right there. All you have to do is peg in the chain. Kind of a softer, malleable plastic. You just peg it in there, one on each end. Has a hinge here. Kind of comes like that in the box, so you just kind of unhinge it and pop it up. So I guess if he wants to shoot up at any aircraft or anything like that, he can do so. Pretty cool. It's just kind of a simple peg and peg hole spot. They just kind of put these bumps around the edge to give it some friction. I kind of wish it clipped in and then rotated freely, but you can pop it off, so I guess if you wanted to just have characters ride in the back, you could do so. So it gives you that option. But when you pop it in, it's a little stiff to move around. You can still do it, but it's just a little stiff. The other thing is it's pretty easy to pop in and out, so you could just, change the orientation and then peg it back in. I guess that would work. There we go. So there's the Gatling gun. Also on the back, you just peg in this little antenna. Very simple. You have these 4, I'm guessing, fuel canisters. I think that's what these are. Or they could be canteens. I don't know, of water. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. But this one has 2 peg holes, and it just pegs in here like so. These 3 have peg holes on the end, and so that they just peg on like this, which is pretty cool. Any extra accessories I'm all for. I think that looks good. Rolls very well. I kind of was hoping that the front would steer maybe side to side. It doesn't. Not a big deal. The wheels are kind of they're definitely plastic. They're not rubber, but they almost have kind of a rubbery consistency. I guess just because they're big tires, so I think it works, and it makes it roll very nicely, so I'm happy with it. Coming around to the front, you have some kind of like scorch marks, weathering kind of a deal going on there. You have the wince on the front, nicely painted. Does not pull out, but just looks nice. You have the hooks on the front, which give it its Warthog namesake. Very, very cool. But yeah, overall, the paint applications, the detailing, all very sharp. I like the look of it quite a bit. You can even see inside, you have some like, screens, readouts, things like that. You have a steering wheel, which unfortunately does not turn. You have kind of a, I don't know if that's supposed to be like an emergency brake or a handle or a latch for something. I'm not really quite sure what that does, but overall, very cool details inside. And I apologize, I can't really get the light. Let me get my secondary light so I can show this off. because you guys want to see what's going on down in here. So you can see all of the screens and details, nicely painted, looks very good. As far as putting the figure into the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and take his gun off of his back. He doesn't fit like 100%, and I've really played with this, and I've moved it around, and I've tried to bend the legs a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, he fits. He's in there, right? Like, it's not bad. But I just feel like he should be able to scrunch down a little bit more. I just feel like he's not 100% in there, which is kind of a bummer. Now, it could just be, Master Chief is supposed to be huge. He's supposed to be like 7 feet tall in universe or something like that. So maybe with some of the other figures or the Marines, they'll be a little bit smaller and they'll fit right in. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so he fits, but I feel like he doesn't fit 100%. He's like 90% of the way in that seat. And now he's caught on the steering wheel. And he does fit on both sides, if you want to see. So, I mean, like I said, he's in there, but could be a little better. As far as the turret on the back, if we stand him back up, there is one peg you can see right there. So you just go ahead and peg him in. And there you go. And then he is at the turret. And let me angle the camera up a bit. Again, he seems a little too big for it. Not terrible, just a little too big. But I guess that's supposed to be, that's Master Chief. He's just a little too big for everything. And again, you can rotate it around. And he looks great. He looks great standing up there. And he stays pegged in well, so pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with the Warthog. I think they did a great job. I think the detailing is nice. The paint applications are great. Functionality, accessories, all really, really nice. So I'm really happy with that. Like I said, my only nitpick is that I wish Master Chief, you know, fit a little bit more into the seats. He's just a little too big, but everything else about it I absolutely love. Taking a look at Master Chief himself, he is almost identical to the one I reviewed previously. He's got all the same articulation, head's on a ball joint, so you can move from side to side, up and down. You have a hinge in the shoulders, but again, because of the kind of shoulder armor and the body it hits into, limits that slightly, but you do have a full swivel there. You have an elbow that you can also do a hinge and a rotation. You have a wrist that rocks up and down as well as a rotation. Torso, I guess, technically has a rotation in there, but it's kind of limited and tight. Hips, kick forward all the way out to the side, not too much to the back. You have the thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and then you have these ankles, which are so tight, but they do move around, but they're just really tight. And then you also have a rock back and forth. Now this Master Chief comes with the, this is not a machine gun, it's an assault rifle, I guess. And it does have the peg, so you can put it on his back, which I really like. So that's cool. And then let's see, how well does he hold it in his hand? Not too bad. Now, to compare him to the one that I reviewed previously, it's actually pretty cool because you can see the one I reviewed previously has like different scoring marks. You know, he's got a lot more scoring damage on the top of his head. Here on his thigh, he's got a big mark. This one doesn't have. Up here in his chest as well, he's got a little bit, but not the same. I think on the back there's some minor differences as well. So I think that's kind of cool. It's neat that it's not just the exact same figure over and over again. He does have some different paint applications. So if you're playing, you know, Halo 1, you can be player 1, player 2. He looks slightly different. And he did come with different accessories. You can see the guns are different, so very cool. I'm really happy that they didn't just pump out the same exact figure again. I mean, the articulation and the mold is the same, but they painted him differently. And it's a good looking figure. I mean, honestly, I'm very happy with these. The figures are about $10 a piece, and I feel like for the paint applications and the amount of articulation and the accessories, it's a great price. I'm really very happy with it. So I think this guy is absolutely fantastic. I think this is a great set. I definitely recommend picking it up. I think it was $29.99, and like I said, the figure is about $10. So if you think that you're paying $20 for the Warthog itself, I think that's perfectly reasonable. I really don't see a problem with that. It's pretty big, pretty hefty, nicely detailed. Paint applications are great. The accessories are fun. It looks right out of the game. So I mean, I really don't have any complaints. Like I said, if I had to nitpick, I feel like Master Chief doesn't 100% fit all the way into the two seats, but I'm kind of hoping that some of the Marines will be a little bit smaller, so maybe they will, and then he can just kind of ride the turret in the back or something like that. I'm really looking forward to more vehicles. I want a Ghost. I want a Pelican. That would be huge, but I want to see it. There's definitely a lot of really cool Banshees, of course. There's a lot of really cool vehicles from the Halo universe, so I hope that this keeps going. And I definitely want to check out some more vehicles for this line. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.